Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well today. Love you guys. Thanks for coming on over and checking out what I'm doing today. I'm going to show you my colors and angles glue book for July of 2022, and I've called it Colors and Angles and an Experiment in Abstract Art. And I tell you, the experiment part definitely was true. Pulled out most of my painted papers and did a little fun stuff on here. And this is just an envelope journal, a junk envelope journal that I put together with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So junk mail, and yeah, why not reuse that kind of a stuff? So anyway, some of the other tools that I used in here were some shape makers from Creative Memories, and some punches, some obviously scissors, circles, and label sticker papers, and let's see, Elmer's extra strength glue stick, Fabri-Tac, always, and let's see, markers and pens. I decided to bring those in just to define some of the lines and the angles just a little bit better on some of the pages there where things are harder to see. All right, let's go on and get inside of this thing. So this is something that I doodled on once upon a time, and I just added how I felt about the experience. And as much as I love the end result, yeah, there were some struggles that I definitely wrote about in here. So, but that's just me, and you don't need to know all that. But yeah, I made a lot of notes for myself, and that's kind of what I tucked it in here as I was working on it. So a lot of painted papers, and this was obviously not painted, but it is marker paper on magazines. So lots of shapes that I had already made. I brought out my Cricut as well, my old Cricut, my tried and true faithful Cricut that I have one cartridge for, the original. Cartridges for those things even now, then if I want to get something different, it's gonna cost me quite a bit, and it's like I don't know if I want to invest in it. Anyway, magazines were also used in the making of this book. So yeah, all these fun things. This was a fun page to do. Oh, I thought I glued things down better. Well, let's do a repair job right this second here. Why not here? Yeah, I came through and I took my palette knife and my use it up glues, you know, the end that are almost empty, and I went through and I thought I got all the edges that lifted up, but apparently I missed that one. See, there's another one. Ah. So that was fun. Used my heart shape maker there, and just some fun stuff there. Made a house, inside cut. This was from my Cricut, and some of that green paper I didn't know what I was gonna do with. A Kandinsky inspired page, and there's a star for You Know Who You Are. Some just fun cut shapes. And you can see where I use the pens. I mostly use Posca pens to define things, and Sharpies, and some other paint pens that I had. This one definitely worked with the defining it with the pens. You can definitely see the shapes a whole lot better than if I would have left them without it. So you can see the angles just a little bit better with the definition of with the pen lines. Definitely made with my custom cutting system from Creative Memories from my scrapbook days. This one I didn't outline. This one had an outline on it already, but I figured the lines on it were pretty defined already, so I just left it. And this is just a simple 2 things. I had this made a long time ago, and I just left those 2 things, kept it simple. Some of these pages flow together a whole lot easier than others, but that was part of the experiment of it all. Why didn't it? I don't know. Why do some work better than others? I don't know. It has to do with colors and color values, contrast. So I like this just simple line on the black and white, and that's another thing too. I wanted to put black and white on every single page, but I didn't. I refrained because look what it does. It looks so great, but I didn't want to have every page have black and white on it, but it seems like almost every page does anyway, because that's my default. That's my go-to. That's what comes easy to me. And I wanted to challenge myself a little bit and tell you this book sure did that. This was a challenging page to find the contrasting or the colors that would complement each other rather than compete for attention. And then the shapes as well. So that was something I had to find a balance with. That was a little difficult for me. I will admit that. So I like this one, and I didn't use pens to define these shapes because they were pretty bold on their own with the yellow background. And these are just fun torn flowers from a Doodled On magazine page. Some more of that green paper I didn't quite know what to do with. And there's just really no definition, and sometimes these pages don't have focal points. And again, that was something that I struggled with. This one does, obviously, and this one turned out fun. I like that. I love this painted paper for 10 things. This was one of my favorite things to make, and the blues and the pinks are fun. But here I've got all dark values, and somehow that it works as opposed to having light and dark tones. Anyway, this is fun. So I made this star, and here's what's left over on the next page. But this one's like having a party right here. It's just a party page. It's just fun, all this party stuff. But some of these pages are so loud, they almost like they're shouting at me. But I used just some fun shapes to kind of mirror the image. It's like looking in a mirror and then it's all wonky, like one of those wavy mirrors, and this is different. Here's some cutoff shapes from the cricket that I just added some layers, and then this leaf. Actually, feather, paint, whatever. I made, that's a stamp actually that I made. This is a fun sunburst page. Not too hard either. That came quickly to me. So that was one of the pages I enjoyed doing. This one as well, pretty simple. I didn't use that much though. I have this paper, the blue and black and white, and then this image, and then a pink strip. So this one was fairly simple. This one was complicated, and I did this one on video, and I did take out more, I outlined the lines. And it is fun, I like it. I like the dimension, but again, there's a lot of things competing for attention on this page. And this one feels like a page that's shouting at me as opposed to, you know, just giving me a nice conversation. It's shouting. So it's loud visually. So I don't know if I like how that works, but it does work. So there you go. There's that. Another one of my cutouts for my cricket, and then just some other things that I just slapped together. And that actually was just a fun little page. And this one too, easy with these backgrounds, one image, and then outlined with yellow, just to make that pop a little bit. And this one, again, another one that doesn't know where it wants to go. So I guess that's what happens. We call it abstract if we don't know what's happening on it. But there's lots of things going on. I don't think it's shouting at me necessarily, as more it's confused. Anyway, so, and then that's the back. So that's my Colors and Angles glue book for July of 2022. Just, it was fun, but again, there were challenges. And my desk was such a mess. There were papers everywhere. That started to get on my nerves. So I cleaned up my desk the other day, and now I feel like I can be at peace. There's a restful place now because my papers are put away in places, And yeah, they are happily tucked away. And I bring them out again. I don't know. I'm kind of done looking at them for a while. Let me think. But yeah, they're happily set aside for another project and another day. So that's what this is about. But I wanted to let you know too, I think I'm going to take August off, August of 2022, from making a glue book. There's just too many things going on in my life that I'm going to have to forego some crafting. We'll be out of town for a while. I've got a new grandbaby coming, yay. I've got a wedding. My other daughter's getting married. So it's just like, we're going to be busy. So I'm going to forego videos for August and a glue book for August. So I won't have 12 for this year, but that's okay. We all need to take a break sometimes. So that's it for today, you guys. Love you. Thank you. Thanks again for all your support and your curiosity in my creative endeavors here. It's been a lot of fun working on my projects, and I've got some fun comments, and I appreciate all of them. Thank you so much. Thanks again, you guys. Take care, and as always, God bless. Bye-bye.